Hey, oh. Yeah. Hey. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. Yeah. I'm in yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talk the shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, no job cute. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fears taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java come on, man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn this child into a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no bench. Try to warn them niggas, we play arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen profits under this banner. Made my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirt in Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Yeah. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Baraka Thumb to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shema Alathan by Shem Yahweh Shai to the sisters, to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the true biblical Israelites. Shalom to all of y'all, man. Welcome to the ISUPK Louisiana Sabbath service. I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Kawan. Also joined with Priest and Officer 1000 Itazab as well. We're going to get it in, man, this Saturday morning, this Sabbath morning, going through the scriptures as usual, continuing on where we left off last week, Genesis chapter 50, and starting at verse 14, we'll go ahead and begin the Sabbath service. And with that, I say amajim, which means in Hebrew to stand. La Yasha Allah, which means to Israel. All right, we'll begin the class with the prayers. So with that, Hapan HaKodam, which means, Sar Hapan HaKodam, which means turn and face the east. And we're going to say the prayers both in Hebrew and in English. First, we'll say the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Natanlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabayayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahataparak, La'aiwalamyam, Aman. In the English we read, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. This is the power, or hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kasha, Nathan Lanawa, hakak, Larapa'a, Kal Maka'ala, Wakal Marawa, hakak, Latahar, Ha Matazarayam, hakak, Lahakoyam, Hamatyam, hakak, Al Rakarwa, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. What we read in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. This is bless Israel, or Barak Yasha Allah in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha Allah, Wa Ha Bayas Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman. In the English, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. This is the book of Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, Al-Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemarka, Hana-La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawama, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tezalka, Al-Yad, Yum-Yunka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a Yakaka, Wayarak, Bala Yala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Aknapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaadka, Wabawaadka, Ma'aith, Wa'aid Iwalam. And what we read in the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayyam, Al-Damiyalaka, Al-Takarash, Wa Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'aitazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Wa'aitazawa, Laba, Yakhadwa, Al-Yaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Wa Yashamai, Al-Allah Yam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa'aimwan, Wa'aimalak, Palashat, Am Yashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Am, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawa, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasa Sara'a, Kayabian, Banakal, Yashwan, Nashamadua, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nada Yab Mawa, Ka'ira, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Manai, Ka Nasiyakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayurasha, Lanawa, At, Na'awaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kadagala, Kakwash, Lapanyaroka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Kan, Taradatma, Basairaka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahalwa, Ayaid, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya Ata, Shemka, Yahawa, Lebadka, Al Yawan, Al Ka Ha'arataza. What we read in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. but they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisir, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zaid. Yea, all their prince as Zabal and as Zamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Blessings in the Hebrew and then in the English. Excuse me. Barak atah Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, wa Maka Ya Allah, wa ala Hayam, wa Tazaba Ya ala Wap Yahana, ha ala Wapyam, ha Saranyam, ha Quatazayanyam, ha Kaya Yalamyam, wa ha Akwakim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Tawara Aman. We read in the Hebrew, in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshabia, which means you may be seated. The water again for y'all tuning in to the class. Again, this is the ISUPK Louisiana Sabbath service. Priest and Officer 1000 Kawan, joined again by Priest and Officer 1000 Itazar. We're going to get it in, man, with the Sabbath service today. Itazar, Shalom, Yahushua, what's going on with you, Priest?
Peace, Yahushua, I'm Tawab. Good to be here.
Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. You don't have. Do you want to read the English while I read the Hebrew? How you want to do it? You to while we're reading the English, if I read the Hebrew.
I mean, either way, I can pull up the Hebrew. Either way, it's okay. Me.
I ain't no sweat. For right now, let's just do it like this. I'll read the Hebrew and you can read the English. 7 verses each. We'll go ahead and get started. We're in the book of Genesis, chapter 50 and verse 14. And we're going to read that, the first 7 verses. And for those that are online, on Facebook and on YouTube, I am going to share the screen. Lord allow, I'm able to continue to keep sharing the screen because sometimes I get into the reading and don't flip the screen back. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you can see my screen on the screen here, you will be able to see the Hebrew. That is the Assyrian Hebrew, but I will be reading from the Paleo Hebrew, which both translate the same. But we're going to start in the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 14. All right. Wayashab, Yawasap, Matazara, Yamaha, Hawa'a, Wa'ahayaha, Wakal, Ha'ayam, Salaki, Ha'alyam, Athawa, Lakwabar, Atha, Abayawa, Acharaya, Kwabar, Rawa, Atha, Abayawa, verse 15. Waya Ra'awa, Achaya, Yawasap, Kaya, Mata, Abba Yahama, Waya Amar, Salaki, Waya Amarwa, Lawa, Yashatama, Nawa, Yawasap, Wahashab, Yashayab, Salaki, Yashayab, Lanawa, Ata, Kal, Haraiha. Those that's on TikTok, you're not gonna be able to come up stage. So actually come on stage. This is not a class where you're able to join in our live. Salaki. All right. Back to the Hebrew. Char, I'm gonna put you on mute because you got a little background noise. All right.
Kind of okay.
All right, go on. All right. Let me see. Ashar, Gamal Nawa, Atawa, verse 16. Waya Tazawa Wawa Al Yawasap, La Amar, Abayaka, Tazawa'a, La Panya, Mawatawa, La Amar, verse 17. Kaya, Tha'amarwa, La Yawasap, Ana, Sha'a, Na'a, Pasha'ai, Akayaka, Wa Kata, Atham, Kaya, Ra'aiha, Ga, Mawaka, Salakia, Ga, Mawaka, Wa Aita Taha, Sha'a, La Pasha'ai, Abadia, Alahaya, Abayaka, Waya Baka, Yawasap, Badabarma, Al Yawma, Salakia, Al Yawa, verse 18. Waya Lakawa, Gam, Achayawa, Waya Palawa, La Panyawa, Waya Amarwa, Hananawa, Laka, La Ibadyam, verse 19. Waya Amar, Alaham, Yawasap, Kaya, Hatachata, Alahayam, Anaya, Atham, Chasa, Kashab Tama, Alya, Ra'aiha, Alahayam, Kashabaha, Latabaha, Lama'aina, Aisha, Kaya, Wama, Hazaha, Laha Chayata, Aim Rabbah, verse 21. Wa'aitha al Tayara'awa, Anakaya, Akal Kala, Atakam, Tapakam, Waya Nakham, Awatham, Waya Debar al Labama. All right, that's the first 7 verses in Hebrew. Now we'll do the first 7 verses in English.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 14. 14, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And Joseph returned into Egypt, he and his brethren, and all that went up with him to bury his father, after he had buried his father. And when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, they said, Joseph will peradventure hate us, and will certainly requite us all the evil which we did unto him.
So in this, Joseph's brothers, which are, as we know, the other 11 brothers or other brothers of the sons of Jacob, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Asher, Reuben, Gad, Issachar, those other brothers, they thought because what they did to Joseph, remember they sold Joseph to be a slave, and they thought because now that their dad was dead, the only thing that was keeping Joseph from retaliating on them was their father. But they couldn't be, they couldn't have been more wrong, because Joseph was a righteous man. Joseph was a just man that stood on the business of the Most High God. And if that's the reason that Jacob favored him, I definitely would understand that, because Joseph was a righteous man on how he handled the situation. Even though his brothers thought, man, Joseph is going to hate us for what we did to him. Now that our dad is dead, he gonna requite the same evil on us. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 16, and they sent a messenger unto Joseph, saying, thy father did command before he died, saying, so shall ye say unto Joseph, forgive, I pray thee now, the trespass of thy brethren and their sin. For they did unto thee evil. And now we pray thee, forgive the trespass of the servants of the God of thy father. And Joseph wept when they spake unto him.
So Joseph is already grieving the death of their father. Now the brothers have sent a message unto Joseph saying that our dad asks that you forgive us for the evil that we did to you, Joseph. We know that we was wrong, but we asking that you forgive us for the trespass that we did against you and for our sins that we did. We did evil to you, and by the name of our Father, we asking you to forgive us for that. Because they're trying to, like I said, like the scripture said in verse 15, they got the mindset that Joseph is going to do something evil to them now that their father is dead. But Joseph is not thinking like that. Joseph, when they said that to him, or when that message came to Joseph, Joseph wept. He cried like, man, this is what y'all think of me. This is how y'all feel. Like y'all you shouldn't. Out of all the things that I've done for you, you know what I'm saying? He brought them to Egypt, where he had become a ruler in Egypt, and made sure that they ate during the famine. Made sure that they brought their entire families and their fathers out to where he was, to Goshen, and he took care of them. The Pharaoh gave them the best of the land. And now they believe that he would do something evil to them just because their father is gone. Go ahead.
Verse 17. So shall ye say unto Joseph, my bad. Verse 18. Mm-hmm. And his brethren also went and fell down. And his brethren also went and fell down before his face. And they said, behold, we be thy servants. Verse 19. And Joseph said unto them, fear not, for am I in the place of God?
So he's asking them, like, because now brothers, they're so fearful of the retaliation of Joseph, they have come and bowed before his feet. So Joseph is like, hey man, y'all don't have to be afraid. Fear not, he said. He said, am I in the place of God? You asking me for like forgiveness and to forgive you and all of this, and that you're my servant and all of that. But am I God? Y'all treat me as if I'm God. I'm not the Most High God. I'm your brother. Go ahead.
All right. Come. Verse 20. But as for you, ye thought evil against me. But God meant it unto good to bring you to pass.
Okay, hold on 1 second. You thought evil against me. Y'all got jealous of me because Dad bought me a coat, a cashmere coat with many colors in it, and y'all got jealous. Y'all got upset because y'all figured that Father chose me over y'all. Y'all got upset about that. Why is that? Why is that the case? Salaki, y'all, 1 second. Salaki, y'all. The water for y'all patience. Another brother joined the class. Itazab, if you could, Baba Kashar, you'll start back. Brother, we had in the book of Genesis, chapter 50 and verse 20. If you want to catch up and follow up where we at. Itazab, if you'll start again at the beginning of verse 20, Baba Kashar.
Okay. Book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 20. But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive.
Right. The Most High God put me in this position. Y'all thought that y'all was doing evil to me, but the Most High God made it for my good. He made it not just for my good, but for good, period. The Most High God worketh both the will and the do for his good pleasure. He knew that the children of Israel were going to also suffer from the famine that was going on in the land. So therefore, during that time, he made Joseph go into captivity, have an excellent rapport and impression on Pharaoh at the time, and Pharaoh put him over all of his land, all of his goods, all of his land, and allowed him to rule. And by doing that, Joseph was able to store up enough food to not only cover the Egyptians throughout the 7-year famine, but also allow his brethren, the children of Israel, to benefit from the goods that he had stored up from the storehouses for the people not to be caught up in that famine. So Barakatah Yahweh Shah, that Joseph understood, look, I don't have a reason to be mad at y'all, because what y'all did to me brought me to a place to be able to save not only these Egyptians, but our people as well, because we all could have died from this famine. We didn't, the Most High God didn't have to let any of us live, but because of what you did against me, the Most High God turned it into good for not only me, but for you as well. Most High in Christ, man. All right, so we're going to pick up back in the Hebrew, Genesis 50 and 21. I know I read it earlier, but I went over one verse, but I'll pick back up for the next 7 verses. Give me just a second. All right, and we'll read through Exodus chapter 1 and 1, Genesis 50 and 21, and it reads, Wa'aitha al tayara'awa nakaya akal kala atakam tapakam waya nakam awatam waya debar al labama. Verse 22. Oh, Salaki, let me fix it for y'all that's online so y'all be able to follow along. Forgive me for that. All right, verse 22. Wayashab, Yawasap, Bamatazarayam, Hawa'a, Wa Bayata, Abayam, Wayahaya, Yawasap, Ma'a, Hawa Aishara, Shanayam, verse 23, Wayara'a, Yawasap, La'a, Parayam, Banaya, Shalashayam, Gama, Banaya, Makayara, Ban, Manasha, Ya Ladawa, Al, Barakiam, Yawasap, verse 24. Waya Amar, Yawasap, Al, Akayawa, Anakaya, Matha, Wa Alahayam, Paquad, Ya Paquad, Atakam, Waha'ila, Atakam, Mana, Ha-Arataza, Ha-Za'ata, Al, Ha-Arataza, Ashar, Nashaba'ai, La Abaraham, La Ya, Tazah, Chaykwa, Mala, Yaikwa. Genesis 50 and 25. Waya Shaba'ai, Yawasa, Ata, Banaya, Ya Sharala, La'a, Mara, Paquad, Ya Paquad, Alahayam, Athakam, Haya, I, Latham, Ata, Aitaza, Mataya, Mazaha, verse 26. Wayama, Yawasa, Ban, Ma'ai Ha, Wa Aishar, Shanayam, Waya Ha, Natawa, Atawa, Waya Yasham, Ba'a Rawan, Salaki, Ba'a Rawana, Ba Matazarayam, Exodus 1. So let me move to the next verse for y'all. Right. The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 1. Wa Allah, Shamawath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Yabaham, Matazarayam, Ha, Atha, Yaikwab, Ayash, Waba, Wathawa, Ba'awa. All right. Back into the English. Again, following up the book of Genesis 50 and 21. So no sweat.
The book of Genesis chapter 50, verse 21. Now therefore, fear ye not, I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them and spake kindly unto them.
That's an excellent example of brotherhood. That's what Joseph is doing to his brothers. Now think about it in these days' terms. Let's just put it in perspective, because it's important that we do that with the scriptures, because this is our history. This is our culture. This is how we live. So it's no different than the way we live now, just the way that it's said in here. Mm-hmm. Joseph gave his brothers. He told them, now remember, these niggas sold him into slavery. And I say it like that for just the right now purposes. That's how you would look at your brother if your actual brother sold you into slavery. You'd be like, these niggas sold me into slavery, right? That's how you would feel about it. Man, these niggas sold me into slavery, bro. I can't believe these niggas did me like that. These my own blood. You know how they say blood thicker than water? But see, the Most High God teaches us that not only that our bloodline is important and the brotherhood in our bloodline, to be able to forgive a brother 70 times 7 is so important. Joseph is an excellent example of that. They sold him into slavery. He had to go through that. He didn't know that he was going to be favored by Pharaoh and given that kind of power and that kind of rulership in Egypt. But the Lord made it to where it was so. And he was like, y'all don't have to be, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna hurt y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna nourish you. You my brothers. I'm gonna not just you, I'm gonna nourish you and your little ones. You my brothers, these my nieces and nephews. I'm gonna make sure that all y'all good. He did it already. He did it for 7 years already through the famine. I made sure all y'all was good. Don't worry about that. Y'all ain't gotta fear that, because That's not my intentions. I don't got no ill will towards y'all. I'm not going to hurt you. And he comforted his brothers and spoke kind to them. Y'all know what kind of discipline it takes to have that kind of brotherhood? Do we really understand the type of discipline that it takes to do that? You have to truly be steadfast in the Most High God and in these laws, statutes, and commandments to be able to have brotherhood like that. And I'm telling y'all without a shadow of a doubt, and this is not because I'm in the ISUPK. I'm blessed to be in the ISUPK. This is the only place on the planet Earth that I have experienced that type of brotherhood. And just me and Officer Isaac, I have gone to Officer Isaac and had an alt or offense, and every single time me and this brother, we always be brotherly when it's over. I find my brother every time I got an offense with any brother in this school. If there's ever a problem that I got with them, I'm man enough to go to them and tell them, hey, look, Salaki, man, you did such and such, and I was offended by it, man, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. And 99, man, 100% of the time, I've had a brother, Salaki, I didn't mean to offend you. And you know what that translates over? In the world, when I'm at the slave or when I'm dealing with people that's in the world that's not in the school, I got enough discipline and enough brotherhood that I know he may not know no better. He may be ignorant to the fact that I'm gonna forgive him. So I immediately tell a brother, hey, Salaki, excuse me, man, if I offended you, I apologize to you. And you know what that do? That turn away wrath. The Bible says a soft answer turneth away wrath. And I've seen it over and over and over again. So that brotherhood that Joseph is showing unto his brothers, even yet and still the evil that they done to him, that's righteous in the sight of the Most God. And that's how that is the type of brotherhood that we show in the example that we have here in the ISUPK, man. Most High Christ for that. All right, you can. Oh yeah, go ahead, priest.
Nah, I definitely want to jump in on what you're saying, because what you're saying is so true. And it's like this. We in here in the UPK, we actually live the Bible. Like your Christian pastor talk about it, you know what I'm saying? He wave it around and act like he's so holy and righteous, but we live what's in the Bible. We don't just talk about it. Meanwhile, if you go to a Christian church, the pastor's gonna talk about you. He gonna whatever art he have with you, he gonna put it in his sermon, and then he gonna give you that eye and let you know that he talking about you, and everybody else know he talking about you, and you just gonna come back. Everybody gonna laugh, and you gonna come back the next week and be embarrassed.
Isaac, if I could, what you just said is so heavy, and the reason I say it's so heavy, I went through that. That's why I left the Christian church way before I found the truth. That was one of the main reasons I left going to somebody's church, because the pastor, I went to him in confidentiality, and he did a sermon the next week on what I talked to him about. That man, Salaki, go ahead and continue. I just wanted to say
that's it. I'm glad you added that, because that's proof to the pudding, as they say. Salaki, that's all.
Most High in Christ for the water for that. All right, you continue. 22.
Come. Verse 22. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house, and Joseph lived 110 years. Verse 23. And Joseph saw Ephraim's children of the third generation, the children also of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were brought up upon Joseph's knee. Verse 24. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you and bring you out of this land unto the land which he sware to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
That's right. He's telling his brethren, look, I'm about to die, man. I've lived a long, good life. I got to see my son's kids, 3 generations. He saw Ephraim's children. That's actually, he got to see his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, and his great-great-grandchildren. That is, man, that's beautiful. That is That's life right there. To be able to raise 3 generations of your children's kids. That's a blessing, man. And Joseph got to do that. And it's just amazing. He told his brothers, I'm about to die, but the Lord gonna come to y'all. The Lord gonna take y'all up out of this place. He's gonna take you to the place where he promised Abraham, Isaac, and our father Jacob. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 25. And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from hence. Verse 26. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
No
sweat.
Loading. You know, I got that Esau, man. That thing ain't real reliable. It's like book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1. Now, these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob.
All right. So after that, it's going to go. That's it. We're going to pick back up in the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 1 and verse 2. Ra'awaban, Shemayawan, Lawaya, Lawa, Salaki, Lawya, Wa Yahawada, Yashakar, Zabalawan, Waban, Wabanya, Salaki, Banyamyan, Dan, Wa Nafatalya, God, Salaki, Gad, or it is God in Hebrew. God. That's how you say it, right, Ansar? God?
Yes.
God, okay. Wa Ashar, Wa Yahaya, Kal, Napash, Ya Taza'aya, Yarak, Yaiquab, Shabayim, Napash, Wa Yawasap, Haya, Ba Matazarayam, verse 6, Wa Yamata, Yawasap, Wakal, Akal Yawa, Wakal, Ha Dawar, Ha Hawa'a, verse 7, Wabanya, Ya Sharalia, Salaki, Yasharala, or Yasha'ala,
Yes.
Parawa, Wa Yashar, Tazawa, Wa Yar, Bawa, Wa Ya'ai, Tazamawa, Ba Ma'ad, Wa Tham La'a, Ha Arataza, Atham. Verse 8, Wa Yaquam, Malak, Chadash, Al, Matazarium, Ashar, La'a, Yada'ai, Ath, Yawasa.
In the English?
Come, Baba Kasha.
Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 2. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Salaki, if I made it real quick, am I coming in too loud?
No. You too loud. You hear like it's too loud to you?
No, I just hear the reverb. Like I'm coming back through the speakers. So I was just wondering.
It might be because we got the speaker up pretty loud in here. I'm gonna turn it down a notch. Hold on.
No, sir. I'll keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 3, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. Verse 6, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. Verse 7, and the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them.
So all of the ones that came out of the loins of Jacob or Yaiquab and came into Egypt, It was only 70 of them. When they came to Egypt, it was only 70 of them. Joseph made 71. It was only 70 souls of the nation of Israel, period, at that time. But after Joseph died and his brethren passed on and all that generation, the children of Israel began to multiply abundantly. And the Bible said they waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. That's just like us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians right now today. We are we are scattered everywhere. It's so many of us everywhere you turn. It's an Issacharite, it's a Judite, it's a Ephraimite, that we are everywhere, a Benjamite, all over the place. And that's what the children of Israel do. And it's going, as we continue on, I'm going to show you another aspect that shows you the same replicated behavior from then to now with the nation of Israel. Go ahead with verse 8.
Come, verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
So this new Pharaoh or this new king, he didn't know Joseph. But Joseph's generation and all of them passed away, so nobody taught him about Joseph and the great thing that Joseph did for Egypt and for everybody during the famine. So this new king didn't know anything about Joseph. So we'll see what this new king does because he did not know Joseph. All right, back in the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 1 and verse 9. Waya Amar al-Aim Wahana Aim Banya Yashar Yasha'ala Ba Wa'aitaza Wam Ma Manana, verse 10, Haba Nathak Kama La Wapan Yaraba Wahaya Kaya Thakwara'a Salakia Thakwara'a Nama Malak Ma Wana Wasap Gam Hawa'a Al Shana Aya Nawa Wanalakam Banyawa Wa Aila Wa Allah Mana Ha Arataza. Verse 11. Hold on one second. Okay, Salaki. All right, verse 11. Waya Shayam Shalom Salaki. Waya Shayamwa Al Yawa Sharya Masayam Lama Ain Ainathwa Basaba La Thum Wayaban Iraya Masakanwath Lapar Ra'aiha Atha Salaki Athpatham Wa'ath Ra'ai Masa. Verse 12. Waka Ashar Ya'aina Wa Athawa Kan Yaraba Wakan Yapara Ya Parataza Waya Kwataza Wa Mapan Yabanya Yashar Yasha'ala. Verse 13. Waya Ibad Wa Matazarayam Athbanya Ya Yashar Salaki Yasha'ala Ba Parak. 14. Waya Marawa Afkhada Yaham Ba Ibadha Kwasha Bakhar Bakhwamar Salaki Bakhamar Wabalabanyam Wabakal Ibadha Bashada Afkal Ibatham Ashar Ibadwa Ham By Parak. I mean, that's 7, 1, 2.
Yeah, you stopping at 14.
Come on. All right. It's on you. The water.
Come on. Version 9. Oh, Slacky, you're supposed to read to
15, right?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 15, Slacky.
All right, let me read 15 real quick. Verse 15. Waya Amar, Malak, Matazarayam, Lamaya, Ladaf, Ha, Ibarya, Ashar, Sham, Ha'a, Chath, Salaki, Ha, Achath, Shaparha, Washam, Hashana, Yath, Pawaiha. All right.
In the English, the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 9. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
So this new king, this new Pharaoh, he's afraid of the children of Israel because we had grown so exceeding as a people. So many of us, we had populated so much. Let me say it correctly. So like we had multiplied and populated so much that we were feared as being a mighty nation because it was so many of us. And this Pharaoh, he was afraid. So he told his elder, his people, hey, we got to deal wisely with these people because they done multiplied so much that if war break out, if they go and join our enemies, we surely gonna die. All of us, we're gonna fall. So let's get them to join with us. Well, we don't want them to fight against our enemies. But what did make, as we read on, it didn't make sense to me that he said this, but what he did was like, so you don't think that they're gonna join your enemies after what you're doing to them? Yeah. It didn't, right. It didn't make any sense to me because it was like, wow, bro, you just did the complete opposite of what what anyone would think you would do if you want somebody to join you and not fight against you. So that's this. We're gonna read on and see exactly what this king did or this Pharaoh.
So, like, sir, if I may,
yeah, go ahead, get out, huh?
I just wanted to add, like, this is if you looking at this, if you reading this, if you following along, you paying attention with your mind and your eyes, you know what I'm saying? This parallels to what we go through in America today. This is America says the same thing. Let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. We having the most babies, we outnumbering them when it comes to birth rate.
Right.
And they trying to deal with us in a way where they fear that if we join our enemies, of course we outnumber them already. We're gonna defeat them. We're gonna overthrow them. And tell me I'm lying. White people believe that black people are plotting to overthrow them.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And not just that. Look at it from this standpoint. They want to make America great again. What was wrong? What is it that they want to make great again about America? For white people understand that they have Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians under their feet. That's how they make America great again. Donald Trump brings out America, the greatness of America that they speak of. You know what I mean? The racism, the white supremacy of America. That is what they mean by you. Did y'all see Elon Musk? You seen him? He Hitler on national TV and didn't give a damn about what you thought about it. And those so-called Jewish people, the small hats, they didn't say he was anti-Semitic. But that was so anti-Semitic, wasn't it? For them, he did the salute of the same people that so-called put y'all into slavery or in the concentration camps. So how is that not anti-Semitic? And back to the point about what ISIS has been saying, if you look at in America right now, ICE is deporting Mexican Americans right now, and Mexican so-called immigrants. This their land. Texas belongs to them. Arizona, California belongs to them, but they get deported off of there. Nevada, I think it is, or Las Vegas, whatever. They get deported off land that's been stolen from somebody anyway. From them, most of it. They got ICE going to these people, children's school, elementaries, to their churches, and waiting for them to come out to deport them. And you mean to tell me that this ain't parallel to what we go through right now? It's the same thing. You want to get, you're afraid of us, so you have to separate us. You got to get us, he got to get us out of there. They want to get the Mexicans out of this land because blacks and Hispanics are coming together now. Blacks and Hispanics are realizing that we're no different. We're the same people. We're both black and brown. We're the same people. We're both oppressed and afflicted with the same burdens. And they know that we know that now. So they got to separate us. We got to get them apart because they know that those our Issacharite brothers, them they are Israelite descendants, but I say Aztec and Mayan descents, them brothers are warriors. They warriors. They straight warriors. They come over here and work to try to make better for their family, but they know, just like this king knew, if we let them multiply and rise up against us, they'll join our enemies. That's why they assimilate us into their armies. That's why they want blacks and Hispanics to join up into their armies, Native American Indians to fight with them. Because if we fight against them, they know they're going to lose. All right, go ahead, Atazal. Salaki.
Okay. That's what verse 11. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
So I guess he figured he keep them busy. He keep their hands and their minds busy on building for him, but you put them in slavery, pretty much. You made them slaves so that they wouldn't be strong enough to come up against you, I guess. The crazy part about that, if Israel knew that if we joined together with ourselves, not with anybody else, because we outnumbered them already in that place. If we joined together with ourselves, they would have overthrew Pharaoh. They would have overthrew Egypt. And anywhere else that we are on this planet, if we follow Zephaniah 2:1 and gather ourselves together, O nation not desired. We don't have to, well, it is going to come to violence because the kingdom of heaven shall be taken by force. But we just need to come together and unify. And then our God, our power will send our king and 200 million angels to come redeem us and fight for us. The Bible says if the Lord is for you, who can be against you? The Lord will fight your battles for you. That's why I was about to say that we don't even have to do it with violence. All we have to do is do what the Lord say, and he'll fight. And they would have did the same thing if they'd have known any better. So like on you, Atazal.
Okay. Verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. Verse 13.
They were what?
They were grieved.
They were grieved
because of Israel.
Right, because we still, the more they afflicted us, this is what I was talking about showing a comparison of then and now. Man, we are populating like crazy. We have the highest birth rate in the world. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians in the world, because we are afflicted. We have constantly been afflicted, and they call us the minority, but we are the most populated people on the planet. the most. We are the highest population of people on the planet. Now I'm saying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Native Americans. So like, same correlation. You beat us, we grow. You work us hard like dogs, we grow. We find pleasure not in the affliction, but we got to find it somewhere. And we know how to multiply. Good night.
If I could,
go ahead.
On that point you made about the Native Indians, like it's goddamn miracle, excuse my language, that they are still on the earth.
Facts.
Like like these must be the children of God, because no one can go through the type of genocide that they've gone through and they still here. They still having babies. They still getting oppressed and afflicted with all types of drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and they still thriving.
All right. One of the highest rates of suicide. Yeah. Yeah. They must be the Lord's people. Gotta be. I mean, you would think, which is with as much as they say we have black on black crime, how much we kill each other, and how much they kill us, and we would be falling by the wayside. But as many as go out, many come in, many more, twice as more coming in. As many people are dying, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are dying, there's probably twice or three times as many that are being born at the same time. We are multiplying like rabbits. So like it. Go ahead,
Come. Verse 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped one. So like in verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
And let me say something on that, right? Let me say something on verse 13. And mark these not my words. Commander General Yohana, General Hyman, and plenty of the men above me have said this before I say it now. But mark our words that rigor is coming. Donald Trump is not in office for no joke. He's not in. The Lord didn't allow him to be put back into office for nothing. The same thing that happened in Egypt is going to happen again now. It's happening right now. We're going to serve with rigor here in America, in Babylon. Y'all think that things are tough and hard? I implore y'all. I pray y'all understand. I need to get yourself in the only body where you're gonna be safe, and that's ISUPK. You need to get we've been preparing for what is yet to come. We not just getting right because Trump in office. We saw this a long time ago. The Lord allowed us to understand these scriptures a long time ago. Barak atah Yahweh Yahweh for that. So we know that, right? So we know and understand what is coming. And best believe that Donald Trump, they got a plan. They just not in office. He's not just doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that show and dance. They got a plan. And in that plan, we stay at the bottom. We get below the dirt that they walk on. Trust and believe that. So that's served with rigor. It's coming, y'all. Y'all think life hard now. I pray y'all understanding that y'all get prepared and that y'all call the nearest school of the ISUPK in your city and get yourself hunkered down, man. If not for anything else, but for your own safety, for your family, for your children. Get in this truth and learn what thus saith the Lord, because that's the only thing that can redeem you. On you, Itazab Salaki. Was that it on that?
I got two more verses.
Okay, Khan, through on.
Verse 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick, and in all of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. Verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Sifra, and the name of the other Pua. That's it.
All right. The water, I appreciate it. So before we move on, let me make a statement, because it's so many of them that are out there that heard what I say, oh, we're going to be under the dirt that they walk on, that we want to be put under the dirt, yet that we're going to be below that. Let me tell you this. You laugh now, you're going to cry later. It's fine. We know how to endure to the end. We're not strangers to hard work. We're not strangers to the bondage that we have been in for thousands of years. We're not afraid of that. But you should be afraid of what's to come after that. That's the joy that we have. Happy shall he be. I'm gonna be happy when this is done. After you get your little walk, you walk on us. You do your thing. It's fine. But you should be concerned about what comes after that. That's what you should be worried about. Because I ain't worried. I'm not worried about what you think or what y'all think y'all can do to God's chosen people. Because your cup shall be double. The cup that we have to drink, your cup shall be double. You shall just know that yours gonna be much worse, and yours ain't never gonna end. Yours never gonna end. So get it now. It's good. Get it. Hey, this your kingdom. This your time. Get it now, because in a short while it's gonna be over. And what's next to come, you should be worried about, not us, because we're gonna endure to the end in here. So like it. The water for that, Isaiah. All right. We're going to go back to the Hebrew, the book of Exodus. Boy, I tell you, man, TikTok is wild. They just removed us from the live, saying that we got, I guess we did, so we violation. It said hate speech. Hold up. You lock that door for me? I appreciate you. We got removed from the live feed, saying we violated with hate speech. How is it that I said anything hateful? I said that they're going to walk and tread on us beneath their feet, but what is to come next, they should be worried about. I said nothing of hate speech. I said nothing of hate. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I ain't mean to cut your thought. I was just gonna say, like, I wonder if they cutting Elon Musk live.
Man, telling you, it's all good. We're gonna appeal it though, but Most High in Christ, I meant every word I said, and I stand on it. I stand on that business. That y'all can have y'all laugh right now, but the Most High God is gonna laugh last. The Most High God is gonna be victorious after this, and His people. We gonna be victorious when this is all said and done. So it's fine. Cut our live feed now, but you cannot stop this truth for going out into the earth. All right. So verse 16 back in the Hebrew, Waya Amar, Bayalad, Kanatha, Ibaria wa Ra'ah, Yathan, Al-Ha, Abanyam, Ban Hawa'a, Waha, Mathan, Athawa, Amabath, Haya'a, Wa Chaya, verse 17, Wathaya Ra'ana, Hamaya, Ladath, Athaha, Atha, Ha'a, Laha, Yam, Wala'a, Aisha, Waka, Ashar, Debar, Al Yahan, Malak, Matazarayam, Wathakayayan, Atha, Yalad Yam, Verse 18. Waya Kora'a Malak Matazarayam Lama Yala Daf Waya Amar Lahan Madawa'ai Ashayatan Hadabar Hazaha Wa Thakaya Kaya Salaki Wa Thakayayan Atha Haya Ladayam. Verse 19. Verse 19. Wa Tha'amaran Mara Raman Salaki. Wa Tha'amar Marna Ha Mayaladath Al Paraiha Kaya La'a Kanashim Ha Ma Tazarayath Hara'ai Ha Ibaryath Kaya Chayawath Hana Bataram Tabawa'a Al Alahan Ha Mayaladath Wayaladwa, verse 20. Waya Yatab Alahayam Lamayaladath Wayarab Waya Itazamwa Ma'ad Waya Haya Kaya Yara'awa Hamayaladath Atha Ha'ala Salaki Ha Alahayam Waya Aisha Laham Bathiyam, verse 22. Wa Tazawa Paraiha Lakal Imwa La Amar Kal Haban Haya Lawad Haya Ara'a Tashala Yakawa Wakal Habath Thachayawan. All right. That's the 7. Come.
Okay. The book of Exodus chapter. Oh, so like after this, I'm gonna have to slide out, sir.
Ain't no sweat. I finish it up. I definitely appreciate you.
All right, come. No sweat. The book of Exodus chapter 1, verse 16. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
So the king told the midwives, if these Hebrew women, when they're having a baby, if it's a son, kill the son. But if it's a daughter, let them live. It's the same thing in the world right now. Not just not the son and the daughter thing, but kill their babies. Send them to abortion clinics. Give them plan Bs. Kill them. We don't want them to multiply anymore. If they have sons, their sons are the reason they multiply more and more. So kill their sons, this king said. Keep going.
If I could.
Come.
Now it's not just the midwives, the Christian church is fulfilling this command from the Egyptian king. The church, the religious leader is fulfilling this commandment from the Egyptian king. Verse 18. So like in verse 17. But the midwives feared God and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. Verse 18. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? Verse 19. And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives comes. It's like it. Ere the midwives come in unto them. Verse 20. Therefore, God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses.
So these midwives didn't listen to what Pharaoh said. So Pharaoh called them. They was like, man, these women serve God. They serve the Most High God. And they was like, I'm not going to kill these Hebrew babies. I'm not going to kill them. More than likely, these was Hebrew sisters. These was Hebrew sisters that was like, so like, if I look like, you know what I mean? Yeah, Pharaoh, you the king, but we fear the Lord. Well, the Lord, you know what I'm saying? We know that the Lord don't want us to hurt our people. So they didn't follow the order. And the Lord blessed them for not following the order. Go ahead.
Like, sir, if I may, I don't mean to be, you know what I'm saying?
Get down.
But listen, this is what makes these midwives way better than a lot of black women these days and all of your Christian leaders.
Ooh-wee.
They actually fear God.
Speak on it, priest.
They actually fear God. Christians do not fear God in 2025.
At all.
You fear Esau. You fear Donald Trump. That's what you fear. You fear Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. That's who you fear. You don't fear God. Otherwise, you would do what these midwives did and say, we're not killing no Hebrew black babies.
That's right.
We're not aborting our babies. We don't care. My body, my choice. Does that sound like a statement that fears God?
No, absolutely not. My bad for interrupting. I was just gonna say that's the clay thinking that the potter know not what he created or give not. I don't know. I know I'm paraphrasing. I'm not saying it right, but the potter thinking they know more than the clay thinking they know more than the potter. Right.
Yeah. Sounds like a narcissist. It's the word they love to use. You sound like a narcissist.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. You sound like somebody who does not care about God, who hates God and everything that he tells you to do, because God said, thou shalt not kill.
That's right.
But you said, F that. My body, my choice. The Christian church said, well, if it's out of wedlock, you need to go ahead and abort the baby. We need the Democrats to run the earth because they need to bring back Roe v. Wade. Come on now. You don't fear God. You fear not having what you want.
Yep.
If I could, one last thing, my bad, Salaki.
No, you too.
That's a satanic mantra to do as thou wilt. Thus is the whole law. Basically, I'm paraphrasing because I don't attend to any satanic classes or nothing, but they believe that you can do whatever you want. And Christians have a fear of not being able to do what they want.
Man, that's absolutely heavy. Y'all give him a hand. That's right. That's heavy, man. That is absolutely heavy. The water for that, too. He right, man. Church teaching our people, YOLO. You only live once. Do what you want, you know. I was just telling the brother the other day, this Christian brother be calling me, and we be cutting up, going through the scriptures, and we breaking down the scriptures for him and stuff, and he think he know the Bible, but every day the Most High God showing me that he don't. And I was telling him, like, you know, the fact of the matter is that the church teaching y'all that y'all can sin and then come back and be forgiven. But the Bible say that if you sin willfully, there is no more sacrifice for your sin. So if you out here and you breaking the laws of God, or you just sinning, you doing what you want to do, you think just because you go to church on Sunday and pray and ask God to forgive you that you cleaned again? I said, that's just like killing Christ every time you sin. So you mean to tell me, oh no, that's not, it's not the same. This is how he responds. It's not the same. Back then, Israel had to sacrifice the animals or goats or whatever, and it's not the same with Christ. Christ's blood is what cleanses us from our sin. I say, but how much blood he got to shed? Just that simple. How much blood Christ got to shed for you to be clean? Nigga, he doesn't. Salaki, go ahead.
Salaki, I was just saying I'm out. I got to roll now.
Okay, no sweat. Hey, shalom, y'all. I should be showering. Thaw out the water again.
Shalom, y'all. I should get the. I in the bar.
Yeah, how much blood does Christ have to shed for you to be clean of your sins? How many times you gotta be forgiven? Just stop doing it. It's just that simple. The Bible says stop sin. When Christ healed them people, or when he forgave Mary Magdalene, Mary Magdalene, and he told them, go and sin no more. He didn't tell them go and sin, and if you do, just ask for forgiveness and I die again. He never told them that. He said, go and sin no more. But that's what's wrong with our people, man. Christian church is destroying us. All right. So let's keep going. Where do we leave off? He was reading in the English at houses. Okay, in verse 22. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. So he was just telling them, pretty much, again, just throw the sons in the rivers when they're born. Just drown them. Just let them die. It's crazy. All right, so back to the Hebrew, Exodus 2:1. Wayalak, Ayash, Mabayath, Lawya, Wayarak, so like it, Wayahwak, Atha, Bath, Lawya, verse 2, Wathahar, Ha'asha, Wathalad, Ban, Wathara'a, Afwa, Kaya, Tawab, Hawa'a, Wathatazaba, Watatazapa, Nawa, Shalasha, Yarakium, Wala'a, Yakala, Iwad, Ha Tazapawan, Ha Tazapayanwa, Wathaqwa, Lawa, Thabath, Gama'a, Wathakha, Mara, Ba Khamar, Wa Bazabath, Wathasham, Ba Atha, Hayalad, Wathasham, Basawap, Al Shapath, Hayar. Verse 4. Wathatazabah, Achathwa, Marakak, Ladai, Ha, Maha, Ya'aisha, Lawa. Verse 5. Watharad, Bath, Paraiha, Larakataza, Al, Hayar, Ara, Wanai, Rathaya, Ha Lakath, Al, Yad, Hayar, Wa Thara'a, Atha, Ha Thaba, Ba Thawak, Wasawak, Wa Tashalak, Atha, Amatha, Watha Kwaka. Verse 6. Watha Pathak, Wa Thara'a, Hawa, Atha, Hayalad, Wahana, Na'ai Rabah, Ha, Watha, Khamla, Al-Yawa, Wa Tha'a, Salaki, Wa Tha'amar, Mayalad, Mayaladia, Ha Ibarium, Zaha, verse 7, Wa Tha'amar, Achafwa, Al, Bath, Paraiha, Ha'a, Laka, Wakora Atha, Ya, Laka, Asha, Mayanaqwath, Mana, Ha'ibariyath, Wa Thayanaqwa, Laka, Atha, Ha Yalad. All right, in the English, Exodus 2 and verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took a wife of the daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and dabbed it with slime and with pitch and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's bank. So she created a basket or a device that would float in the water. So she put her son into the basket and put him by the riverbank. And we'll see why she did that. Verse 4. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him, to watch what would be done to him. Verse 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. So obviously this mother knew that the daughter of Pharaoh bathed in this river. She knew where to place the baby. She knew to tell his sister to stand off and watch him, make sure he all right. And when the Pharaoh's daughter came down and saw the baby, she sent her maidens to see what was going on and to get the baby or the carriage that the baby was in. Verse 6, and when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Verse 7, then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrews women, that she may nurse the child for thee? See, and if you're paying attention to the story, the daughter or the sister was one of Pharaoh's daughter's maidens. So she knew where to put the baby when Pharaoh's daughter was coming down, knew that Pharaoh's daughter would have compassion on her brother and take him in, and knew that she can suggest to Pharaoh's daughter, let me go get a Hebrew mother to nurse him, because she's going to realize this is a Hebrew baby. Egyptians didn't look like Hebrews. We were different. So she obviously knew just by looking at this child, this ain't no African, this ain't no Egyptian, this is a Hebrew baby. So the daughter gave the suggestion to go get a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby, knowing she was going to get his mom, their mom. All right. Back in the Hebrew, I think, let me see. Yeah, these are the last 7 verses to read here. Exodus chapter 2 and verse 8, starting at verse 8 through 14. In the Hebrew, Wata Amar, Laha, Bath, Paraiha, Lakaya, Watha'a, Watha, Laka, Ha'ai, Lama, Wathakwara'a, Atha, Ama, Ha Yalad, verse 9. Wata Amar, Laha, Bath, Paraiha, Haya, Laya, Kaya, Atha, Hayalad, Ha Zaha, Waha, Yanakwa, Ha, Salaki, Waha, Yanakwa, Hawa, Laya, Wa'anya, Athan, Atha, Shaka, Raka, Wathakwak, Ha'a, Sha'a, Ha'asha, Ha'asha, Ha'yalad, Watha, Naya, Kwahawa, verse 10, Wayagadal, Haya, Lad, Wathaba, Aha, Wa, Labath, Paraiha, Wayaha, Ya, Laha, Laban, Watha, Kwa, Ra'a, Shamwa, Masha, Watha, Amar, Watha Amar, Kaya, Mana, Ha, Mayam, Mashayath, Hawa, verse 11, Waya, Haya, Bayam, Bayamyam, Ham, Waya Gadal, Masha, Waya Taza'a, Al, Achayawa, Waya, Ra'aba, Ra'a, Basabala, Thumb, Waya, Ra'a, Ayash, Matazaraya, Maka, Ayash, Ibaria, Ma'a, Chayawa, verse 12, Waya, Pan, Kaha, Wakaha, Waya, Ra'a, Kaya, Ayan, Ayash, Waya, Ka, Atha, Ha, Matazaraya, Waya, Tamana, Hawa, Bakawa, Bakawal, verse 13, Waya Taza, Baya, Bayawam, Hashanya, Waha, Wahana, Shanya, Anashyam, Ibarium, Natazayam, Waya Amar, La Ra'ai, Lama, Tha Kaha, Ra'aika, verse 14. Waya Amar, Maya, Shamka, La Ayat, La Ayash, Shar, Wa Shapat, I Layan, Wa Hala, Haraganya, Atha, Amar, Ka'ashar, Haragath, Atha, Ha Matazaraya, Waya Yara'a, Masha, Waya Amar, Akan, Nawa, Da'iha, Debar. All right. In the English, Exodus chapter 2 and verse 8. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. So now Moses' mama getting paid to be a mama. She getting paid to be the mother to her own child. That was brilliant. I mean, that was excellent, thought out strategy. Verse 10, and the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water. Verse 11, and it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens. And he spied on it, and spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Verse 13, and when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together, meaning they were fighting. And he said to him that did the wrong, Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? Why are you smiting your brother? Why are you fighting him? Verse 14, and he said, Who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me, as thou killest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, Surely this thing is known. All right, that concludes the reading. With that, I say a majim, which means to stand. Sar, Panha Kwadam, which means to turn and face the east. This is the east behind me. First, we'll say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and in English. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathelanawa, Nakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Ayanawa, Wanasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahataparath, La'aiwalamyam, Aman. What we said in the English is, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. Hakak, or the power in Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Baba Kasha, Nathelanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal Maka'ala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Ha Matazarayim, Hakak, Lahakwayam, Ha Mathyam, Salaki, Hakak, Al Rakarwa, Hatama'ala, Lagarsha, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. What we said in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Bless Israel, in the Hebrew first and then the English. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'ala, Wa Ha, Bayaf Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. What we said in the English, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Haharyim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemarka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balal Yala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'atka, Wabawa'atka, Ma'aith, Wa'aidai Walam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayam, Al-Damiyalaka, Al-Takarash, wa Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'itazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa'itazawa, Laba, Yakhadwa, Al-Yaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Salaki, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabal, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashath, I'm Yeshavya, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, I'm Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanyalawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasasara'a, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nada Yamawa, Kara'irab, Ka'irab, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kal Nasiyakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kokwash, Lapanyaraka, Ka'ash, Taba Ira, Wa Kalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradatma, Wasa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Payaham, Kwalawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahawa, Aidya Aid, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya Ata, Shemka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha'arataza. In the English we read, keep not thy silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zahid, yea, all their prince as Zabah and as Zamunda, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Blessings. Barakatah Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, wa Maka Ya Allah, wa Allah Hayam, Matazaba Ya Allah Wap Yahana, ha Allah Wapyam, ha Saranyam, ha Kwatazayanyam, ha Kayal Yalamyam, wa ha Akwakyam, Yahweh Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman. What we said was, bless you, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give current, you can turn back this way. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah,
Barakatah,
Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Yazimatah, which means hand down, turn, Sar, turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yazimatah, class dismissed.
The water for y'all tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all watching. If you like this content, make sure you leave a thumbs up in this video to let us know. And listen, man, while you at it, if you like seeing content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We answering all your questions, like why did God allow Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to go into slavery? Or why are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the #1 people mistreated because of their race? Or even, how could God let innocent people die? Well, we answer all that. Questions that your Christian pastor would never answer. And we get it straight out the Bible, man. It's been right in front of our face for thousands of years. We're going to give you the truth, man, because the ISUPK is the home of the truth. So look, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified every time we drop a video. Check this out, too. Hit this QR code right here. It's going to get you everything you need to contact the ISUPK near you. All right? Shalom.